Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Annabelle and I basically do videos about my lifestyle as a minimalist, specifically around the areas of travel. So one of the comments that had the most likes was a comment about doing a post-mortem on what I've packed. And those of you who have seen my latest video, which was packing for 3 weeks in Southeast Asia. So I'm just going to review what I've packed. So I can't believe it's been 3 weeks already. So we left on February the 2nd and today is February 25th. We arrived last night into Miami around 7 p.m. and we got home around 9 p.m. So the only things I've actually taken out since last night are my toothbrush, my hairbrush and my phone charger, and my phone because I currently film on my phone. And also I had 2 books with me, which I've already dropped back to the library this morning. So currently right now I'm filming, it's like 3 p.m. at the moment. So I do have a new book. And the other 2 books I've given back. So I've got my new book just for maybe demonstration purposes. But yeah, so I am back and I don't even know where to begin. I'm so exhausted. It's kind of a mixture of sort of jet lag and kind of getting into the routine of things. And also tomorrow, my husband and I are leaving for New York City for 6 nights, I believe. So I'm gonna start with, where should I start? I probably should just start with my flight clothes. So I did wear my cotton shirt, a t-shirt, my leggings and my hoodie on the flight, and obviously underwear and socks, but I already put them in the hamper. I don't feel like I need to put them on camera. And so yeah, so these are the clothes that I wore from the flight from London to Miami. London was very cold, so that's why I've got the leggings and the jacket, the light jacket, and then that was fine. So I wore these during my trip. Actually, I wore this t-shirt quite a lot during my trip, and I also wore this shirt as well. I didn't actually wear my leggings anywhere apart from in London because obviously it was just too hot. And also my jacket as well, I didn't actually wear that anywhere except for the flights because usually the aircon's quite high on flights, and also in London. So that's basically it. And then my hairbrush and then my phone charger and my toothbrush are pretty self-explanatory, and then my phone. And then I want to talk about this bottle as well because so I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this bottle now, and I've dented it quite a lot there. So I had forgotten because the last time I went to Malaysia was 2019 September, and it was just before COVID, and I don't remember the water situation in Southeast Asia or Malaysia and Indonesia specifically because I've been there both before. So the water bottle was perfect when we were in Miami airport, London airports, even Kuala Lumpur airport. We found a water filter to fill up our bottles or anything like that. And then when we got to Malaysia into KL, the first place that we stayed, we always ask if we can drink the tap water. And unfortunately, every place that we went, so KL, Ipoh, we went to Bali and back to KL, all the hotels and apartments that we stayed at, all the staff said that the tap water was not drinkable and it was advised that we didn't drink it. And then the only clean water that was provided by these establishments was basically 2 half-litre water bottles every day in our room. So it was actually quite a struggle to bother using this at all. And it became sort of like dead weight a lot of the time because we had to buy bottled water. I don't know, it was just a bit tough. And going forward, when I go back to Southeast Asia, I will be using a filter water bottle and I've seen some that I like already. I think the brand is Life Straw, and there's also Brito as well. But yeah, so I don't know, this wasn't a great item to take with me at all, I have to say. So yes, filtered water bottles. And some of you might say Southeast Asia tap water is fine. I don't know. I just go by what the staff say, and you know, I personally didn't want to get sick, so you know, I just followed what they said. And I actually did get sick on the trip. I caught a cold on the way there, and my first 5 days were quite bad. So on top of my cold, I didn't also want to get sick from anything else. So there we go. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is my bag. This sort of, I don't know, I guess you could call it like a sling bag. But anyways, this bag, okay, so I know this bag is super viral. People love it. And, you know, I think this, you know, you can get it from Uniqlo. But honestly, for 3 weeks, I hated this bag. I hated it. And the reason being is because, firstly, it lacks any sort of structure. So when you have it on your body and you have items in there, it kind of weighs down like this. So when you try to put things back in, it's actually kind of difficult to get it sort of the way that you want it back in already. It kind of becomes like this huge hole. And at first I thought it was great because it can fit so many things in. But after some time, I kind of wished I actually took my Longchamp backpack with me instead of this, because I think it just had more space and the nylon's just a bit thicker and it just has a little bit more structure, and actually can carry a bottle of water in there too. So yes, I'm going to go through what I've brought, and it's a lot less than what I started with. I think some of you guys gave me a hard time that I brought a lot of things, but I don't feel like I did because all the snacks are gone and my vitamins are gone. And anyways, a lot of things have been used. In fact, everything has been used. So I'm just going to go through what's left. I did have a book in here. In fact, I had 2 books, like I said. So that was in here. Not this specific book was in here because I just got this today, but I had a different one. And I also had a thin one as well. But I know a lot of you always tell me as well, get a Kindle, use your iPad, blah, 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 blah. But I've thought about it. Trust me, I have thought about it. And I have actually used my iPad before with the iBooks, trying to read the book. It's just honestly not the same. It's just not the same. And I find joy out of turning pages and then getting to the end of the book and you think, oh wow, great, that was an amazing book, or oh, thank God I finished that book, it wasn't that good, you know, that sort of thing. Anyways, that's just how I feel about it. Okay, so diving right in, I've got my passport holder, which is great, and this is newly acquired. So I got this in KL. There are many hawker stores that don't give you tissues or napkins to use when you're eating. And also their toilets don't have any toilet roll. So I actually ran out of whichever pack that I took with me quite quickly. And then I ended up buying these, and they're quite cool. You just, I don't know, it's kind of like that. I have another pack in there as well because it came as a pack of 3. They were only 5 ringgit. Then I have the remaining hydration boost things. I only have 2 of those left. I think I started with 8. This is new. I had a different pack of antibacterial wipes, and then I bought this also in KL, just to clean the surfaces. And then because I got sick, I actually ran out of Tylenol of what I've bought. My husband also got sick too with a cold, so we both used up all the Tylenol that I brought. So then we just bought this Panadol at a pharmacy. We also had Sudafed as well to help us get over our cold. And then I also have here Strepsils for our throats because we were coughing a bit. And then this is my UK phone, which I use an international SIM for because it has it has a physical SIM still, which is much easier to use than transferring to an international eSIM. Then I have my little first aid kit, which was my Altoids box. And funnily enough, oh yeah, this is the empty Tylenol. Funnily enough, I don't think I used a single melatonin whilst I was away, because I don't know, I think I was just so exhausted that I just didn't need it for sleeping at all. Then I have my lip balm and my AirPods. And then, what else is in here? Oh, my earplugs. And I have one probiotic left. I think I overcounted by 1 day. And then hairbands and mints. Oh. And this seashell. Okay, so yeah, I have a seashell. So my husband found this in Seminyak Beach, and yeah, it's really pretty. I can't remember the exact seashell this is. He's really into this sort of stuff. So yeah, that's everything. So that's much less than what I started with, let's just say that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go on to the big backpack. Okay, so onto this Kånken. This is the 15-inch laptop backpack by Fjällräven Kånken. I will link it again in the description. Okay, so in this first pocket, I originally put these in a pouch, I think, but I took them out and I've just stuck them in here. So this is my iPad cable, and then this is the universal charger, which was fantastic because we had to use the Europe one for Indonesia, and then you have this one for the UK and also actually for Malaysia. So that was perfect. And then I don't think there's anything else actually in there. Yeah, so that's fine. And then I'll do the back, because that's just simply my iPad. And a pack of tissues. So another pack of these tissues that are unopened, and my iPad. It turned out to be really great to bring the iPad because we actually watched some shows on the flight that, you know, because I don't know, I feel like when I ever use the earphones on the plane, they kind of make my ears a bit uncomfortable. And no, I will not buy a Bluetooth adapter thing because I feel like it's just not necessary. Okay, actually, I think I have. Okay, and then the chafing balm as well. And this was super handy. I used it almost every day when I wore shorts, so fine. Okay, so liquids. So I got, so basically there's like nothing left. I used absolutely everything. And in terms of some of the bottles, they are no longer with me anymore because they actually got dented and leaked. So as soon as I used them up, they went straight into recycling, and all I've got left are some face toner, and then my husband was actually carrying this toothpaste and now I'm carrying it, some moisturizer, and then I actually kept my BB cream and my mascara, only because I'm going to New York tomorrow and there are a couple of dinners that I'll be going to where I just thought, oh, if I chuck it away, I don't have anything to use for that trip, and I don't really have time to go and find something. So I've just kept it, even though I think I might be a shade darker by now after my trip. But anyways, but the mascara is still good. So yeah, so I have my liquids. I personally will not be traveling with liquid shampoo and conditioner anymore, because it was honestly, to be fair, some of you were right. I packed way too many liquids and it was just like getting them in and getting them out, and security, taking them out for security, honestly was super, super annoying, let's just say that. So one of you guys mentioned, I think it's pronounced Ethique, and originally I thought it was Ethique, but correct me if I'm wrong. I have been watching some YouTube videos about this particular brand. It is Leaping Bunny certified, it's cruelty-free and vegan, and I decided to try the oily skin and hair trial pack. So it comes with, slowly open this. Oh, so yeah, so there's the shampoo, conditioner, and then this is a face wash, I believe, and this is a face scrub. I personally don't like face scrubs. I think it has things in it, like, I don't know, salt or something. But anyways, I don't like anything that has abrasion on my face. So because I use what do I use? How do I say it? I use chemical exfoliants, and I think they're better for my skin, because I think these, I actually would just use this for my body. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I would just use this for my body and actually not my face. And then, yeah, so I'll be taking this with me to New York City. And then I do have some of my liquid shampoo and conditioner left from Acure. And of course, I'm going to use that up at home and then recycle those bottles. And I actually love the fact that this is plastic free, so it's perfect. Okay, so liquid's done. And then my other beauty products. Okay, so a lot of things got used. I've got no more vitamins left. This is just an empty bottle that had some face wash in it. And then, what else is there? This comb is newly acquired. So this comb, so my husband was using my hairbrush, which is fine. And then this comb was actually quite sturdy, quite nice. I personally cannot use this to style my hair, only because my hair is so long and so thick. And I think someone mentioned in the comments about having a thin comb for my hair. I will be drying my hair forever if I had one of these. Let's just say that. And then I also have a newly acquired pencil. This is from the Hotel Indigo. This was like a really nice hotel that we stayed at in Seminyak. And actually it was a really nice pencil, so I thought, oh, I'll take that home with me. And then, yeah, so this is just the usual stuff. Feminine products I didn't use. I think I'm gonna have to use them next week though. Yeah, just, you know, usual stuff every month. Okay, so the biggest difference here is there is no vacuum bag. And the reason being is because it broke. So I'm a little bit traumatized from the whole experience of having vacuum bags. And honestly, I went from absolutely loving them to now I don't want to see a vacuum bag again for a while. And I'm going to go back to my, what are they called? Compression packing cubes. Only because, okay, so the vacuum bag was fantastic when I first packed the bag, and we arrived in London and we stayed overnight, and London was great. We get to KL, that was great. And then after KL, we get to Ipoh, and I'm pushing the air out, but then I hear air coming out of the actual valves, and I'm hearing air coming out at the seal. So I think because I used it so often, because usually I just use it for one trip. You unpack at the place that you're going to stay, and then you don't use it again till at the end of your trip, and it doesn't have a lot of wear and tear. But because I packed, repacked after a few days several times, I think it just, maybe it was just too weak probably, and it basically at the seal it came apart. And I tried to fix it with some extra nose strips that I packed, and it was okay at first, but then after some time it was just, I just could not repair it anymore. So I do not have that vacuum bag anymore. So, and I didn't pack a spare either, because, you know, it is what it is. I'm over it now. So starting with my clothes. So after that, so I have my linen trousers / pants, how you want to call it. They were fantastic. I actually wore them very often. I have my t-shirt, I have my denim shorts. I have to like check where my underwear is. And then I don't necessarily need to put that on there. Pair of socks. I have my mini hair straighteners. Okay, was this a good pack? No. The reason being was because the dinners that I thought I was going to go to with my family, they weren't fancy at all. Like, no, there was no need for me to do my hair. I think I did my hair once for Chinese New Year, and then I ended up tying up my hair after about an hour of being at the dinner because I was so hot. And then this honestly was a terrible pack. In hindsight, I would not pack that again. So that's that. Then I have a sleeping t-shirt. I actually think I forgot to put this in my video because I actually had to add it in last minute before we left. So a sleeping t-shirt. I have more t-shirts. I just want to make sure, I don't know, everything's kind of looks shoved in. And then I have another t-shirt, which I've wrapped my underwear in. And then I have my bathing suit. I only used my bathing suit probably about 3 times on this whole trip. And then another pair of denim shorts. These are really thin denim, so they weren't particularly hot, to be honest. A blouse. Okay, so, oh, there's more underwear. Put that on the side. Okay, so what did I say in my first video? I said if I don't run over 3 weeks, I'm gonna lose my mind. Well, I didn't run, let's just say that. This was a bad pack, I have to admit that. So I did use these shorts at a water park. We went to Water Bomb in Kuta in Bali, and the shorts were very handy because when you're going down these slides at speed, you want coverage, let's just say that. And then this sports bra, I didn't even use it. I know, terrible. And the reason being is because I thought I was going to run, but then I didn't run. And the reason is because, firstly, I had no time. When you're traveling and you're doing stuff all the time, every day, I just didn't wake up early enough to run when it was cooler before the sun came up. And secondly, the terrain was just not right. KL, Ipoh, Bali, even though I've been to these places before, I just didn't think about how busy the streets were, how narrow the sidewalks were, and also there's just so many cars and mopeds. I just personally just don't want to be breathing that in when I'm running. So yeah, I have to admit that wasn't very good. And then my Birkenstocks, which I basically wore every day. So there's those were great. And then my sneakers I actually wore. Sneakers I did wear as well. They were really good. I wore them for actually the travel days. So that was fine. And then at the top here, I do have some things. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this in my first video. Again, this was a last minute pack. My eye mask. And I actually don't use this to sleep usually, but this is just for the flights because it's bright. My agenda and a pen. Okay. Oh, okay, so what's back here? So I'm not going to flip them over. So we don't usually buy souvenirs. In fact, we only buy photos. So I'm not actually going to show you the photos because keeping my identity private. So we bought a photo from the KL Bird Park. This is basically my husband and I posing with some birds. And this is from Water Bomb. So this is basically a picture of my husband and I. It's called the Lazy River. And we're on these sort of like rubber donut things or whatever they're called. And then it's just us on those. So that's really cute. So we got those. And then I think in terms of souvenirs, that's all I bought. Oh, I lie. I actually have another one. I have a bookmark. Okay, so this is my bookmark. I got this at the Islamic Art Gallery, I believe it's called. And it was honestly fantastic. They had really great exhibitions there. And so I thought I'd buy this because I don't actually have a bookmark. I've been using like a piece of paper as a bookmark this whole time. So yes, so anyway, that was it. That was it. Like I honestly don't think I packed that much. Anyways, I'm not gonna bang on about it too much. So that was basically my 3 weeks in Southeast Asia. I honestly loved what I packed. I had, you know, I'm not really a skirt person. I had basically shorts and a pair of linen pants. And we actually ended up washing clothes almost every other day because we were so hot and we did get a bit sweaty. And we had access to a washer and dryer in some of the apartments that we stayed at. And also in Ipoh, the hotel we stayed at had a communal washer/dryer. So that was fantastic. So yeah, we washed clothes and it was fine. I don't feel like I overpacked. I did, you know, tell you about some things that I shouldn't have packed, like my sportswear or whatever. and I think, and my water bottle and my hair little straighteners, but otherwise I didn't feel like having them really impacted me that much negatively during the trip. You know, it was just sort of, oh yeah, I could have done without it, but in terms of carrying it around, it was fine. Honestly, this bag was not heavy at all. It was fine. Well, at first it was heavier because I had liquids, and now after everything's been used up, it was super easy to travel with. So yeah, so that's everything, and I probably will be posting this video later in the week. I just don't have time to edit and upload and then pack for New York and do all that stuff. So when I get to New York, I will basically show you what I've packed for New York whilst I'm there in the hotel. I am so tired right now. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching. I can't believe I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I think checking now it's like 800 something, so that's fantastic. And I love all the comments that you guys send me. I love to read everybody's comments, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.